of Life with Dictator of Heart, Chapter 1, Embodied Titles.
Welcome to the Dictator of Life podcast. Welcome. It's a very interesting evening. I am sitting here in this lovely, dark, spacious, mysterious studio, as we want to say. And this is exciting. Well, for those who do not know me, my name is Dictator of Art, or 𝐃𝐈𝐂𝐓𝐀𝐓𝐎𝐑. I'm from Curaçao originally, the beautiful island of Curaçao. And before I go more deep into this, I want to say immediately, I do not have a filter. So that means I'm not going to edit anything. I am so honest. I say things as they are. I don't want to censor myself in any way possible. I speak 4 languages, so bear with me. Sometimes I may just switch between the languages or my accent switches, but it's all part of the journey, as you guys can hear it right now. I don't like to have any filters. I'm going to just share with you guys. And yeah, how this idea came to be, I would like to go a little bit deep into it before we go into anything. This is not a traditional podcast. I am not going to stand here and speak in a very ASMR, tone with you, try to engage with you. That's not me. I'm not that. And we shall not invite any expert. I do not need you to come in and give me numbers, etc., of what you studied or what you studied your whole entire life at school, etc. I'm not that. I am here to connect with you. I am here to connect with the people, to listen to your story, because I think when we engage together and we connect with each other with our stories, with our life lessons, as one would say, I think it creates a more stronger bond between us as humanity, between us as people, and hopefully through our stories, our personal journeys, we can inspire others. And that's all that I want. I'm going to peek sometimes to my left here because I have my notes. I still wanted to keep it a little bit structured. So sometimes I maybe look there, but yeah, this is it. I remember it was the ending of 2024 when I came up with the idea, you know what, I want a podcast. I usually like to communicate with people, to bond with people, to connect with people. And I thought a podcast would service me in the best way possible. And I told myself since the beginning, I'm going to do it. 2025 will be the year that I will start my podcast. Now, as you guys may have noticed, the time that this will be, published, it will be December. So I'm already on my 1 month mark before the ending of 2025. But still, nonetheless, I stay true to my words. No matter what it cost, no matter what, all the journey that I went through, the hurdles I went through to get here, I did it. And I am here, starting the Dictator of Life podcast. So I would like to welcome you all. It is a privilege and an honor to be here to connect with you guys, even though it's through a telephone in this case. But you guys are starting this journey with me. There's only one way to go from here, and that is high up. For those who may have not seen the whole promo for this Dictator of Life podcast, you can still see it on TikTok, and even on YouTube, or even on Instagram, on my social media. I did this very interesting project because I wanted to embody, how will I start my first podcast? What do I need? What do I need to convey? And the one thing that I always stand upon is introducing yourself. That means come in your authenticity in front of people and tell them, hey, this is me. This is me as I am. And for me, that is Dictator of Art. So without further ado, I am Dictator of Art, and welcome to the Dictator of Life podcast. You guys can still see the promo on my social media. I did this with a fabulous team. For the first time, my brother helped me with the camera work, which was very exciting for him to be at the photo shoot. the lovely and incomparable and talented 𝐃𝐈𝐂𝐓𝐀𝐄, which was my photographer, which is a very good pen pal of mine. We've known each other already for like more than 5 years, I say, if so. For 𝐂𝐈𝐂𝐓𝐀𝐄, oh my God, my good friend 𝐂𝐈𝐂𝐓𝐀𝐄, one of my muses. I love her. She did the typography for the cover of the magazine, which was very nice. And she will be included in different projects for the future. And last but certainly not least, I would like to give a shout out to Kiona Monte, which is one of my BFFs since my childhood in Curaçao, which is doing my marketing and helping me. I think it's very important when you have a community and you're starting something new to always say words of gratitude and thankfulness to those groups. These are the people that are going to be here with me in my moments of growth in this whole journey, just as you guys will be here by listening to me, by seeing me, by connecting with me, even if it is just through a telephone. As you guys may have seen the title of this podcast, what is your title? I have a title, you have a title, we all have a title. Whether we give that out or not, we do have a title. And that's what we're going to discuss today. We are going to discuss the embodiment of titles. That is words that are needed, names, whatever you want to call it, to help us embody a certain authenticity that on the inside we feel and we are not comfortable enough to bring it on the outside. Words of embodiment, titles of embodiment can help us embody that authenticity that we feel inside, the person that we truly feel we are, to vibrate that to the outside world into this reality for the whole world to see. For me, it had come with my name Dictator of Art, which I'm very, very, very aware that it's not a very common name that can be used. If anything, it has a very negative connotation, which we go further into later. For me, it was more of my childhood. When I started very helpless and powerless, I felt. And that's something that we all have felt at some point in our lives. Doesn't matter when, etc. It's just a matter of you feel it. And to be able to move towards that and gravitate and grow into the person that we truly need to become in order to prevail in this society, in order to prevail for our own lives and our own soul, I had to come with a title. And in my moment of my darkest moment in my life, I came up with my title. I will not go into the story how the actual name started because it did not come from a nice thing, positive thing. But I do remember it was in history class. That's the only hint I'm gonna give. And when I heard the stories of dictators, let's say it like that, I was fascinated. Not by their actions, let me get it very, very clear. But I like the sense of power that it had. And the word itself had created shivers around people that it just caught your attention. And that's something so beautiful that for me and myself at that moment, me being in my darkest moment, that's the word I needed to hear. And that word was dictator. So with words of embodiment, titles of embodiment, we are not looking for just words, simple words. We're looking for a word that comes the closest to what we feel on the inside. That is usually something that is missing within our lives at that point on. We're trying to grab that word and get a word that is so close to that feeling of authenticity, of what we're missing, of what we truly know that we are capable of in our heart and soul. We're trying to grab that word that comes the closest to it and bloom it out into the outside world. And that can be whatever word you like it to be. For some people, maybe light maker. If you feel like you have a lot of darkness within your life, maybe your title is a light maker. You create light. It can be different things. As well as long as it's it. Oh my God. Right now, Spanish is kicking in right now in my head. Oh my God, for some reason. See, now it goes. Anyways, we're not gonna edit anything. We're gonna keep it in. With these words of embodiment, titles of embodiment, we use the words that is the closest to what we feel on the inside, what we want to gravitate towards the people on the outside. We're not doing it actually for the outside world. We're doing it actually for our own well-being, for our own happiness and understanding of ourselves, what we think, how we act, and who we truly are, basically. And It's something so powerful that when you tap into it and can create major things in your life, your sense of identity even shifts. And this sense of shifting of identity is not something inherently wrong or negative. It's something to be aware of, because while you are owning and embodying the title that you just gave yourself, it is also merging with who you are at this moment, and it becomes a sort of a tool or an armor, if in a way, to help you grow and become the true hero of your own story that you have to become. And that is something so powerful, but it also has a danger to it, unfortunately. When we talk about words of embodiment, usually these are positive words, or words that in every way, each way, it has a positive impact to us. But we have to remember that the power of words is something so important to also be very, 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 very conscious about. Certain words that we use are words that have a certain connotation to them. These are words that can easily be good and bad, a yin and a yang at the same time. Let's use me as an example. My name is Dictator of Art. A dictator in this society at this moment on means something so negative. It means someone that has total control and power, someone that loses their humanity, their empathy for others in order to reach their goal. And that is to just be solely the one with the power to control the whole society. And that is something so negative. So for me, when I heard the word dictator and just the concept of having power, I never had a sense of, oh my God, this is the power, I want to control others. No, it was a sense of me to take action and control over my own life. And I'm not saying that in life, everything we can control, not even a single bit. But we have to be mindful for the things that we can actually control, the things that we actually have a hand into, to cultivate, to hone, to craft, to architect, to create, to design. We have to be conscious that we are capable of doing those things. And for me, dictator was that word exactly to help me in my darkest moments. But I'm also aware that the word dictator is something so negative. It has a certain, how can I say this? A certain weight to it, a negative weight to it that immediately sinks the energy in every single room you step in, basically. So for me, it was mindful to counterattack the negative connotation of the word dictator. And that is something we have to stay mindful when we choose our embodiment title, the title that we're going to represent ourselves to the outside world, just to come to that authenticity that we feel in the inside, the person that we truly feel on the inside, to vibrate it to the outside, because it deserves to shine. It deserves to be free, be bold without any apology. We have to stay very mindful when it comes to that, to counterattack it with a word. And how do we do that? We introduce a simple word to balance it out. For me, when I started, I will say this in Dutch for my viewers or listeners that are Dutch, but no worries, I will translate it for you. I said, ik ben een vriendelijke dictator. And the translation to that means I am a friendly dictator. And in a way, the word, just a simple introducing of the word friendly, changes the whole perspective, the whole narrative of the word dictator. Because I'm not only now embracing the word dictator, acknowledging its negative connotation, but I'm also counterbalancing it by introducing the word friendly to it. That automatically, oh my God, shifts actually the whole way we perceive the word dictator. Because now I honed a title that is so negative, but I made it in my own way something positive. And just by simply introducing certain words to your title, it can balance it out. So we have to be very, very mindful of the power of words. Words have so much more meaning and weight in everyone. We are expressive beings. We guide and we travel this world, this reality in expression, basically. We are a ball of expression walking around every day. We feel everything. We sense everything. Even sometimes we don't react to it on the outside. Everything comes on the inside. And words, which goes directly with the power of one of our senses, which is here. It's something so powerful because it gets immediately to your soul and connects with you in a way that, that just makes you, feel everything, that you get a sense of everything that is happening. So we have to be very, very mindful of the power of words. So I would like to invite you guys actually to think in your life, what are you missing? What is missing right now in your life? What title is missing? What word is missing for you to fully embody that authentic person you actually feel you are on the inside, to gravitate it outside to this reality? And I know it's not something so easy peasy, 1, 2, 3, it's done. For me, it was a whole journey of getting to my name. But it's an invitation for you to this month. Let's take this month because it's a good month for you to, I guess, think about it before we go into 2026. What word am I going to use in 2026? What will be my title? What is my title? What is the word, the title, the name that I'm going to embody from now on that comes the closest to my authentic self, where I truly feel I am on the inside, and gravitated to the outside, not for the outside world, but for myself, for my own freedom, for my own peace. That's what I would like to invite you guys to think about this month. This is a month full of new beginnings and endings at the same time. It's a hectic time. In our bodies, we do feel in a way that the ending of times is coming. In this case, the ending of the year. But secretly, nothing actually ends or starts. Everything is an ongoing project. Your whole life is an ongoing journey from beginning to end. And each moment you have in your life that you think something ended, it's not inherently that it ended. It just means that you're moved on to another chapter or another cycle. That doesn't mean that you closed it, because it means that you're taking all the wisdom and experience you gained in those past experiences, you take them with you. So they're forever a part of you in a way. So this December, when the ending of the year is coming, the end of 2025, I would like to invite you all to take a moment and close your eyes and connect with your authentic self and ask yourself the question, what is my title? I would like to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for the privilege and the honor to be here to connect with you guys. Thank you for accepting me as I am, in the way that I am, because this is my authentic self, whether you like it or not. But I would like to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I'm gonna look really closely now to my notes here. Let's see. Oh my God, we're at the ending, people. Bear with me. We're almost done. Calm down. So I would like to give my gratitude to you all, basically. Thank you for being here on this. I don't know how many minutes this is taking, so I'll see it in the end, basically. Oh my God, bloopers. Oh my God, such a mess. But anyways, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my chilly little heart. This is something new that I'm starting, and I'm only going to grow from this. And in a way, I would like to know your feedback. And actually, I don't like the word feedback. So I will use the word, what do you miss? And what do you want to introduce to me, invite me to think about? Let's state it like that. You can reach me to on my social media, my Instagram, even LinkedIn if you would like to, TikTok, whatever you like, or email. Maybe I'll state it down in the link somewhere here. Then you can contact me, because I'm curious to know what you think. And that's something that usually in a traditional podcast does not happen. So I would like to converse with you guys in that way as well. And without further ado, I have this affirmation that I always use, and I'm going to share with you guys as a closure. Thank you all for being here. And most importantly, I want you to become the muse of your own life. I wish you guys a very, very, very pleasant December. Enjoy it. Spend time with family. Reflect on the past year, 2025. What did it bring to you? How was your life improved? What was your journey? Acknowledge what we lost, but also acknowledge and celebrate what we gained. I wish you guys a very, very pleasant end of the year. With love, Dictator of Art.
Thank you for being on this journey with me. To follow my social media